Let's get right into it. Number 8. Your brain's always scanning for snakes. Ever notice how spotting a snake in the grass takes you negative seconds? Like your brain knew it was there before you knew it was there? That's because humans come pre-installed with something called the snake detection module. Yeah, that's real. This isn't metaphorical. Studies show that even infants and monkeys react faster to snake shapes than to anything else, including flowers, toys, or literally other humans. Your visual system is hardwired to scream snake at the first hint of a slither. Why? Because snakes used to kill us, a lot. Before shoes, fences, and anti-venom, stepping on one barefoot was a quick way to ruin your week, or your life. So your ancestors, who could instantly spot even the hint of a snake, were more likely to survive. Which means your brain is now wired to treat every suspicious stick as a potential venom-filled death rope. This system runs so deep it bypasses your logical brain. Even if you know it's fake, your body might still flinch. Evolution decided it's better to scream, "Ah!" at a shoelace than die because you didn't notice the one time it was real. Basically, your eyes are still working for a paranoid caveman who's deeply suspicious of spaghetti. Number 7. You still have a diving reflex. Imagine this. You plunge your face into cold water, and your heart slows down like you just entered underwater meditation mode. Congratulations, you've activated your mammalian diving reflex, a built-in system that's basically a leftover from our aquatic caveman fantasies. This reflex kicks in when your face hits cold water and tells your body, okay, time to be a seal now. Your heart rate drops, blood shifts to your core. You conserve oxygen like you're about to hunt oysters with your teeth. The reflex is strongest in babies because, fun fact, newborns can instinctively hold their breath underwater. Tiny mermaid mode engaged. But even as adults, the system sticks around. We don't use it much unless you're training for the Olympics or getting slapped by a rogue wave. But the hardware's still there, like a backup mode for drowning that your body refuses to uninstall. Why? Because thousands of years ago, grabbing clams or surviving accidental dunks was a legit survival skill. Your ancestors who had a good diving reflex lived. The rest? Probably got eaten by angry river gods. So yeah, if you ever wonder why plunging your face into a sink calms you down during a panic attack, now you know. Your body thinks you're about to free dive for shellfish. Number 6. Your brain invents itches when you're anxious. You're sitting in class, or a meeting, or trying to act normal on a date, and suddenly your face itches, then your leg, then your eyelid. Are you allergic to existence? No, your brain's just being passive-aggressive. See, when your nervous system senses stress but you're not allowed to scream or run away because society, it looks for other ways to scream internally. Enter phantom itches. These aren't caused by actual irritants. They're just your brain lighting up your sensory cortex like it's playing whack-a-mole with your sanity. It's like, hey, can't express fear? Here, have a fake bug crawling on your neck. This weird glitch is part of a broader system called cutaneous sensory distraction, which is a fancy way of saying your brain's bored and slightly panicking. You're trying to focus. Your brain's trying to survive a threat that isn't real. Result? It sends dumb signals to your skin just to mess with you. It's like having a fire alarm that doesn't scream. It just pokes you in the arm until you lose your mind. So no, you're not being dramatic. And no, you're not secretly infested with invisible mites. You're just a mammal who never got the software update for modern life. Number 5. You literally see monsters in the dark. You ever stare into a dark closet or hallway and start seeing shapes that definitely weren't there 2 minutes ago? Like, was that a coat? Or a demon? Spoiler, it's your brain, being a dramatic little survivalist. This fun phenomenon is called pareidolia, your brain's weird habit of seeing faces or figures where none exist. And it's not a bug, it's a feature. See, back in the don't get eaten by panthers era, it was way safer to falsely think there was a monster and be wrong than to not see one and get turned into protein. So your brain developed the habit of scanning shadows and noise for threats. Overactive, sure, but technically helpful. You're not scared of the dark. You're scared of what your brain might put in the dark. Now combine that with night vision being basically garbage, and voila, you've got yourself a personal horror movie produced and directed by your amygdala. Nighttime becomes an improv theater of invisible threats, and you're the main character holding a flashlight and poor decisions. And the worst part? Your brain likes doing this. It gets a little dopamine kick from spotting potential danger. So, even when it's just a hoodie on a doorknob, your prehistoric software is already planning an escape route and mentally writing your obituary. Yeah, when you scream at a pile of laundry because it looked like a man in a hat. Just remember, you're not broken. You're operating on deluxe predator detection mode. Number 4. The loud crunch rule. There's a reason we instinctively wince when we hear ourselves chewing too loudly, especially in a quiet room. And no, it's not just manners. It's a survival instinct baked into your DNA from a time when loud chewing could literally get you killed. Imagine sitting around a campfire, chomping on roasted mammoth leg, when, oops, a nearby predator hears you crunching and decides it's snack o'clock. Back then, being noisy while eating was basically announcing, "Hey predators, fresh meat right here, with some bonus seasoning." So your brain learned, don't make noise while eating equals don't become dessert. That instinct never left. Even now, if you're munching chips too loudly, your nervous system fires off a subtle warning, as if a saber-toothed tiger is lurking behind the couch, judging your Dorito volume. So yes, misophonia, the intense hatred of hearing people chew, might just be your primal survival instinct acting up. You're not rude, you're just ancestrally annoyed. Basically, the next time someone loudly bites into an apple in your quiet office, your fight-or-flight response isn't being dramatic, it's being historically accurate. Number 3. Eye contact equals fight or flirt. Ever lock eyes with a stranger and feel deeply uncomfortable, like you're in some kind of weird, silent showdown? Yeah, that's not just social anxiety. That's your ancient survival software trying to decide if this person wants to mate or murder. In the Stone Age, staring was a big deal. Eye contact wasn't a casual thing. It was either a challenge or an invitation. Like, are we doing this? Are we fighting? Or are we making babies in a cave behind the waterfall? No in between. Fast forward to modern times. We've replaced cave fights with Zoom calls and romantic cave trysts with awkward Tinder dates. But your brain? Still loading prehistoric instincts every time someone locks eyes with you for more than 1.5 seconds. Ever wonder why intense eye contact during a conversation makes your heart race, your palms sweat, and your brain scream, escape? It's because part of you thinks a spear duel is about to start. So if you've ever looked away first and felt weirdly defeated, congrats. You just lost a Stone Age dominance contest that no one else knew they were playing. Number 2. Fear of the dark, still there. Let's be honest. You could be 45 years old, holding a flashlight, standing in your own home, and still feel the deep, irrational urge to run if the hallway light flickers. That's not immaturity. That's your caveman brain screaming, "It's nighttime, something's gonna eat you." In prehistoric times, nighttime meant you couldn't see the saber-toothed tiger sneaking up to eat your delicious soft brain. Darkness was a death zone, so naturally humans developed a healthy fear of it, which we've now rebranded as just being cautious when we sprint upstairs after turning off the basement light. The fear isn't about the dark itself. It's about what might be in it. Your brain fills in the blanks with whatever it thinks is most terrifying. Monsters, serial killers, your ex, doesn't matter. It's all just your survival software refusing to update past version 10,000 BC. So next time you're scared of the dark, don't feel bad. You're not being silly. You're just being a highly evolved, hyper-paranoid hominid who still thinks rustling leaves mean instant doom. Basically, evolution left your fear dial stuck on high, and modern life keeps triggering it with bad lighting and too many true crime podcasts. Number 1. The hair-raising alarm system. You know that weird tingle you get when you feel like someone's behind you? Like the back of your neck suddenly decided to audition for a horror movie? That's not just you being dramatic. That's an ancient biological burglar alarm. Back in the Stone Age, when you were basically a walking Lunchable for anything with teeth, having your body hairs stand on end was your built-in uh-oh signal. It made you look bigger, think puffed-up cat mode, and more threatening to predators. Problem is, now you're just standing alone in your kitchen at 2 a.m. because your fridge made a weird noise, and your body's going full porcupine for no reason. This goosebump thing? It's called piloerection, which sounds way more exciting than it is. It's your sympathetic nervous system yelling, "Defense mode activate," even though your biggest threat is probably a TikTok notification or an aggressive email. So yes, your body is still preparing you to fight off wolves, but in modern life, you're just awkwardly overreacting to air conditioning and existential dread. Evolution, baby. That all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.